Hello and welcome to this edition of Bayou Time. I'm your host, Keith Weisheit, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Thank you for joining us, however you may be joining us. We appreciate it. I want to let you know that earlier this week, representatives from Ducks Unlimited and major oilfield companies held a coastal restoration tour of some of the local projects in Terrebonne Parish. Before the tour, some of the officials spoke about the importance of these projects here along the coast.
Thanks to the continued support from both public and private partners, DU's critical conservation work never stops. The Gulf Coast of Louisiana is a critical piece of the conservation puzzle, and we are honored to be part of such a great team to improve habitat for waterfowl, wildlife, and the surrounding communities. Project partners like ConocoPhillips, Chevron, Shell, Coastal Protection and Restoration Authority, Lafourche and Terrebonne Parish governments, and U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, as well as other Gulf Coast Initiative supporters, are what makes this work happen. Thanks to the support of these amazing partners, we are actually able to go out and apply for and secure a $2 million grant through the North American Wetlands Conservation Act. And this is going to enhance another 1,000 acres of coastal wetlands. And it's important to note that this partnership is key for us being successful in securing these grants. Honestly, I cannot underline that enough. Without these partners here today in this room, we would not be able to secure these federal grants. It takes match, it takes in-kind match, it takes partners being part of it to make this happen. So you are the reason we were able to secure that grant, and we thank you very much. The partners for Rackersea Bay include federal, state, parish government, multiple private industry partners, and then NGOs like Ducks Unlimited. Louisiana's coastal wetlands are critical natural resources and the economic driver of the region. Coastal wetlands protect infrastructure from storms. They support industries, including oil and gas and commercial fisheries, sustain Louisiana's unique culture, provide nursery grounds for fish and shellfish, and provide critical habitat for millions of waterfowl and also other migratory birds as well. Louisiana has the highest coastal wetland loss of any state in the U.S., any state. And every year, 17 square miles per year is lost. That's over 10,000 acres a year. And since the 1930s, 1.2 million acres of coastal wetlands has been lost. And over the next 50 years, another 1.4 is expected to be lost without restoration action. So we must act now, and we are, just like projects today. Ducks Unlimited's wetland conservation projects provide economic, ecological, and societal benefits that ripple across the country. In addition to providing community resilience while supporting navigation, tourism, and seafood and energy industries, coastal wetlands provide people with improved quality of life associated with nature. And that is extremely important. I think we've learned that over the last couple of years, how important that tie to nature really is for people. And projects like this provide those types of opportunities. Along the Gulf Coast, DU has helped to conserve almost 557,000 acres through partnerships like the one we're recognizing today.
I was elected in '03. I took office in '04. I became chairman of Natural Resources and Environment for the state of Louisiana. And right after Katrina Rita, we did legislation and started the CPRA. And from there, Louisiana has moved in a direction that's unbelievable, with billions of dollars every year going to that. And with the help and the straightforward projects from Conoco and Shell and Ducks Unlimited and Apache and all your oil and gas service companies, Louisiana and Terrebonne Parish especially, of course I'm parish president of Terrebonne, we've seen them go from nothing in '05, '06 with hurricanes. All we could do was lift our hands and the hurricanes would come on in. We couldn't stop them, to 98 miles of hurricane protection, 60 water control structures, 2 lock systems, 1 lock system on the Homer Navigation Canal under construction, $360 million a lock system. And as you know, a lock system is an environmental structure because it holds back the salt water, the high salinity level salt water. So, you know, as I see these terracing going up, Terrebonne Parish through the levee board has been instrumental in putting terracing up. And to see the terracing we're going to see today, the hundreds of miles of terracing in Terrebonne Parish now, and the miles and miles that Conoco Ducks Unlimited is doing, especially south of Island Road and Pointe-a-Chat, and it all over Terrebonne Parish is just is what we need is the partnership between Terrebonne Parish, state of Louisiana, and the oil and gas industry, along with Ducks Unlimited and other NGOs that have made us to get where we're at. You know, we're faced with adding 30 pump stations in Terrebonne Parish to solve our drainage problem, which we have. So we don't have a drainage problem anymore. We're still lifting levees. The federal government recently awarded $378 million to the Corps of Engineers for Morganza to the Gulf, which is comprised of Terrebonne and Lafourche Parish, to build 2 floodgates in the intercoastal, 1 in Humble Canal, 1 in Miners Canal, and then finish a segment of the Morganza 98-mile levee system, and then start lifting levees. So we're definitely winning, and with the help of the oil and gas industry and Ducks Unlimited, please keep going. Terrebonne Parish is a partner with y'all and will continue to be a partner with y'all. And I want to say CPRA has done a wonderful job. And I think this year they're going to spend about $1.3 billion on projects, and that's the most I think ever's been spent. But we've got up to $1 billion before. Terrebonne Parish has received $1.4 billion over the last 14 years. And the people of Terrebonne Parish taxed itself 3/4 sales tax to add it into Morganza, our coastal restoration, our hurricane protection efforts and pump stations. I can actually say now that we're winning the fight on coastal restoration. I couldn't say that 10 years ago, 5 years ago, but we're starting to win.
Here in South Louisiana, I think we know how to partner better than anywhere else. We definitely have a common goal in ensuring that we're all doing everything we can to protect our coast and to protect our people and our communities who live in these areas. So the projects you're going to see today, while they may, they're going to just look like linear pieces of land, what they really are about for us is protecting people and protecting communities. So I appreciate the partnership. Ducks Unlimited, you've been a phenomenal partner. Parish President Dove, great partner. CIPRA, can't say enough good things about the work that you guys are doing, as well as my peers, ConocoPhillips, Shell, and other oil service companies who have helped in this.
ConocoPhillips is incredibly proud of its partnership with Ducks Unlimited. Over the past 10 years, we've been able to enhance over 20,000 acres in South Louisiana. Industry friends and Chevron and Shell, CPRA, we spoke about the partnership piece. It truly doesn't work without that. When we get together with complementary skill sets, DU's technical ability to be able to deliver, pairing with CPRA, we've really been able to help move the needle. It's a tremendous effort that everyone should be proud of in this. So again, we appreciate the opportunity to be here today. We appreciate the opportunity to showcase what really makes and enhances our habitat and makes a stronger community, or more resilient community in South Louisiana. Appreciate it.
When we talk about oil and gas and the things that we do, we don't have the knowledge and the skill set to go out and do these kind of projects that we may have some kind of erosion issue in our area. So having a partnership with Ducks and Conoco and then also with Chevron is bringing those people together and bringing that technology and that skill set into one spot. A lot of people ask or have asked today and beyond that of why does Shell participate in these kind of projects, or why are we doing this? And it's simple for me because when we talk about communities, it's us. We live in this community. This is where we go to. Kids go to school, where we go to school. This is where we live. So not are we just out investing in something for a community. We're investing in our own backyard. So that's something that I always take pride in when they say, why you're excited about working with Shell or other companies that participate in this kind of work is just this, is that we're investing in where we live and investing in our future.
Partnership's important, but it also takes leadership. And every organization in this room has stepped up and been a leader in different ways over the decades. Parish President Dove in Terrebonne Parish There was an engineer years ago by the name of Bob Jones who worked for your parish. He was your first coastal engineer. The very first barrier island project that was done in Louisiana wasn't a state project. It wasn't a federal project. It was a Terrebonne Parish project that was done on Trinity Island. Your parish has been a leader from the early days, not just in restoration, but in protection today. You've been a leader when you were up in Baton Rouge. The organization that I'm proud to be part of the leadership of today, we wouldn't exist if it weren't for you and Reggie and a lot of the folks, a lot of the representatives from Terrebonne Parish. ConocoPhillips, the leadership you guys have shown in your partnership with Ducks Unlimited, in this very room, hosting meetings on coastal protection and restoration through the QuickBrook community over the years. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your stewardship as one of the largest landowners in coastal Louisiana, and the partnership that we've had with you on projects going back again to the Barrier Islands in Louisiana. We thank you. We look forward to more partnerships in the future. Leah with Chevron. Chevron Texaco, again, I'll go back to the Barrier Islands, Timbalier Islands, years ago in the 1980s, did some restoration on that area, did vegetative plantings and sand fencing, and partnered with Louisiana State University to figure out better ways to plant. So when I was in school working on my master's study, I was reading those papers, I was learning from it and able to incorporate that later. Donnie with Shell, we appreciate you coming to the CPRA office a couple of years ago, coming in, trying to find out different ways you can partner with us, letting us learn about safety, about better ways that we can work around pipelines. We're doing more work than we've ever done before. As President Dove said, our budget this year is about $1.3 billion. One of the very first things that I've said to our staff, our chiefs and our engineers and our construction folks is we want to do this work. Number one, we want to restore it, but we also need to do it safely. We work in a lot of areas where there are pipelines. We need to work around those in a safer way. So how do we do that? And your staff has provided some good information and some leadership. And last, I just, from the folks at Ducks Unlimited, we appreciate the partnership with you all. I don't know how many miles of terraces have been built from Cameron Parish, Terrebonne, Lafourche, Plaquemine, water control structures that help with hydrologic restoration, marsh creation projects down in Lafourche, adjacent to the levees that Wendell Curel and his group have that are part of that multiple lines of defense strategy. The role that you guys play as a partner, it's just tremendous, and we look forward to exploring that, to finding more ways that we can partner with you, and not just plan projects, but design them, build them, monitor them, so that we can help put that vision in place to make our coastal communities more resilient.
And we're always very glad to see some of these great projects in our area, and that will do it for this particular segment. But don't go anywhere. A lot more Bayou Time when we continue.